Good morning, YouTube. It's about 7:30, Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. I'm going to give you guys an update. Haven't done one in a while, and I am going to start doing one of these once a week, indefinitely. So, here we go. This baby right here is an impatient. Midnight blend. Got a nice bloom going there. That is a Philodendron Brazil. There's another impatient from the same pack of seeds. I grew these from seed. They are 3 months old or so. That's Coleus, the rainbow Coleus. Little Tradescantia. That is a strawberry begonia. That's another impatient. I've got my light set up here. I took the top off of that because it was funneling all the light towards the ceiling, which I wanted on the plants, not the ceiling. So work with what you got. So that bulb right there is it's a 100-watt LED. It's like 1600 lumens or something. It was the highest that they had, and 5000 K. That's what you're looking for. If it says 5000 K and it has high lumens, that's really all you need. Your plants will do fine for the everyday houseplant person. Unless you're like getting serious about growing veggies or weed or something, that's about all you need right there. This beauty right here is my Monstera Deliciosa. Gorgeous. That is her that is her most recent leaf right there. She put out 3 at the same time though. That light green one there, and there's another little guy back there. All popped out at the same time within like 2 days. So gorgeous. Filling right in. Down here in this tank we've got a little peperomia. I'm not sure what the species is on that one. Lost the tag before I got it. That's a Syngonium. Let's see. Syngonium podophyllum. Syngonium podophyllum here. That's an Nepenthes. One of my rescues that the tag said carnivorous plants, so they weren't even telling people that it was a Nepenthes. I think she got a little dry, and she's in recovery. She's looking much improved, honestly, but she still doesn't look very good. There's another Nepenthes. This here is my Bill Bailey. Got that one from Carnivero. This here is my Diana, also got from Carnivero. She puts out these pretty little red things, little red pictures. Come on. There we go. Gorgeous. And she is dropping her first leaf, I believe for food rather than stress. So that's what they do. When they need nutrients, they pick a pitcher that's got nutrients in it, which I've been dropping mealworms in these every so often, 3 or 4 weeks or so, in whatever pitchers have an opening, and then they take up the nutrients as necessary. This one here is another mystery rescue. Got them at the same time. You can see how much healthier she looks. She's dropping a picture right there. And then this little beauty here is my ventricosa. She will be much smaller than all the rest of them. This one will only get about 18 inches in all directions. These two here, the Diana and the Bill Bailey, you can tell the difference by the pictures. Bill doesn't have any. Oh, no, yes he does. Here we go. Down here, that's a Bill Bailey. Picture color and shape different. A little more elongated, less tubby than the Diana, and they don't have the front spikes there. Still learning what all these terms are. Not sure what that word is I'm looking for. All right. Now, this here is a Philodendron burlamax. It's a beauty. Got this one from my buddy Josh Hawley. He owns a reptile shop on Sprague, if you get a chance, in the valley. Best reptile shop in town. If I have reptile questions, he's the only guy I go to. This here is a mystery philodendron. Also, Josh gave me this one also. But he didn't have any tags for them. And IDing it is difficult because these are, with a Nepenthes, I would call it a lower pitcher or maybe a lower leaf. But as the leaves develop, as the plant develops, these become trilobed. So when I take a picture and look it up, I don't get the right things. So this here is a peperonia stilt. Much different than the other peperonia. That one's on the windowsill. The little guy there, the stock plant's on the windowsill. This here is string of turtles. Not sure scientific name at the moment. This is one of my tanks. That's a strawberry begonia. That little leaf there is one of the peperomias. And then that little cluster there is string of turtles. And that string of turtles popped up because I took some extra leaves here and I just literally dropped them in the tank. And then 2 months later, I have, see, 2 leaves, 2 plants. Amazing. Mother Nature finds a way. Well, that used to be an apple. It's covered in springtails. They're loving it. Got some cuttlefish bone. The white stripes are zebra isopod. The orange guys are powder orange, which there's mostly powder orange in here. They multiply really fast. There's 1, 2. And then I have clowns in here somewhere, which are little yellow spotted guys. Oh, there's one, yep. Population's has increased dramatically, so project on the books is to get some of these guys out of here. If I just keep adding things and adding things and adding things, eventually the tank will collapse because the animals will it could take months, maybe even years, but it will happen if I don't do something. We'll have a mass die off. They'll run out of resources, space. Other things might die, like the plants. Another thing that happens is their poop accumulates, called frass. And when the amount of frass in the ecosystem gets to a point where it is more than the rest of the material in the system, as you can imagine, things start happening very quickly. Homeostasis drops off really fast. Okay. All right. Now, this here is my millipede tank. Also got a lot of baby isopods in there. Again, still have to pay attention to these tanks. Glass needs cleaned on this one, but there's baby millipedes. That's a carrot with some springtails inside and baby isopods. That's cuttlefish bone. That little guy's crawling on. That is a cucumber slice. Now, when this cucumber slice reaches a certain point, it will disappear because these little critters will be all over it. That's what happened in the other tank I just showed you. That it was in there for quite a while, several weeks, and then one day it just wasn't. And what was remaining was yellow. So, starting to see some yellow to that. I think that day is nearing. Got some Phottonias in here. And I believe that right now most of my babies are molting because it's probably close to 100 and I'm only seeing a handful. Right here we got another Brazil, Philodendron Brazil. There's a spider plant. Now the spider plant cleans your air better than any other plant that you can have in your house. Magnificent thing. Very valuable. These are springtail cultures and experiments. This one here, this is dirt I got out of a pot that a plant that I bought from somebody, and it was super infested with that little white line there is a fungus gnat, or it will be one day. And so I am seeing how long it takes for the springtails to outrun the fungus gnats, because everybody I talk to says that that's how you get rid of them. The springtails will outcompete them. There won't be anything for them to eat. All right. Got a little Tillandsia here, also known as air plants. Pretty little thing. This here is a Philodendron Camposportuanum. So that's the cutting I got. So that's an adult leaf. This here is what has grown. Not the same leaf. Adult leaves come later. This baby here is a Philodendron peruviana. And that vine leads to this big pot here. And these are all young leaves. None of these are adult leaves on this plant here. This here, Mary just got me this. It is a Genera aurantiaca. Genera aurantiaca. Looks like little bat wings. Oh, and this is the Purple Passion cultivar. You know that it's a cultivar because it's in single quotes. If it's in single quotes, it's a cultivar. And a cultivar is something that someone made. This did not occur in nature. Someone bred this, crossed this, however they did it. Gorgeous little thing. They will, a little droopy, they go good in like a hanging basket, or they like to climb if you give them a little trellis. This here is an angel wing begonia, my first angel wing. I have two now. The other one's slightly different shade. Get to her in just a second. This here is a coconut pie orchid. Those are just pseudobulbs right now, but there's two of them in there. And when it blooms, it smells like coconut. This here is a Brassicatlia Morning Glory orchid. Morning Glory is the cultivar. That is a cultivated hybrid there. This is my bean pole for my pole beans. I've got 11, I think I counted this morning. I got one little guy, he's only got 2 beans on him. Somehow he got broken, but there's a bunch of beans on here. There's even purple ones. Let's see, one of them's purple up here. There it is. That's a sweet potato. And a frog lamp. Real quick, this kid right here, I shouldn't be calling him a kid because he knows what he's doing. So I'm going to stop calling him a kid. But this guy right here, Noah Juve, Insect Inside Nursery, right? Remember that, because this dude knows his stuff, right? He was at the reptile show this weekend. He had a table, and just his table alone blows away my entire room. I would, man, I'm getting there. But this kid here, he knows what he's doing. And I say kid because dude's not even 18, man. Like, I'm pretty sure he's not even 18. He's been doing this since he was like 8 years old or something, or longer. In, growing plants years, this dude's got a lot of years on me. So, and this came from him in a roundabout way. This is a Drosera. There's actually 4 of them in there. And then all the other life that is inside of there. I am so impressed. You've got at least 1, if not 2 or 3 different kinds of moss in there. That looks like that might be a weed or a clover or something, but just a spectacular amount of life. So much life in this thing that I decided that I would build a terrarium around it. And here it is. Just going to be an open bowl. I'm not going to put anything else in there. Just top it off with some soil, substrate mix, and then watch it grow, watch it spread. It'll be a fun project. Speaking of projects, this here is another Philodendron Brazil. 2 months old perhaps in there, 6 weeks maybe. Got a lot of moss growing in there, like a ton of moss growing in there. It's kind of crazy. This here is a mystery cymbidium that I got from a repotting event with the Spokane Orchid Society. We meet the second Wednesday of every month up Manitou Meeting Room. It's right next to the conservatory. This is another cymbidium. Came off of the same plant. Got it at the same time. They were growing in different rooms. That's why they look different. The growth rate's much different. This is a Hoya Wayeti. Sweet potato, Sarracenia. Beautiful specimen here. This was another rescue. I'm not sure what species is on this, but it is spectacular. Growing very, very well. Very happy. This is Sarracenia purpurea subspecies venosa. Stark contrast to this one here. These little tubby guys aren't going to get much bigger. Maybe another inch taller tops. These here, I'm not even sure how big they get. They could get 18 inches, since I don't know what the species is. That's another angel wing. That was a rescue along with this angel wing, or this is a Rex begonia here. They look, it's been about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks maybe, much improved. Got them for free from, there's a little shop inside of the Bohemian, which is a little shop. What was it called? Here we go. Cat and Mouse, Plants and Vintage. That lady, she actually graduated from the SCC program a few years ago, she said, and now she runs a business with her dad. I think that's super awesome. Follow your dreams, people. Have a great day.